Good morning, dear students and friends. Welcome back to the Prithviraj English Academy. As our social studies series is going on for the Karnataka State Board, in today's video we are going to discuss about 10th standards, chapter number 23rd, collective behavior and protests. So here we will come to know the meaning of the collective behavior and about the protest will come in this chapter. It is a second semester textbook. It is of the 10th standard, and this video is this chapter is belongs to the part of sociology of the second semester 10th standard. So without a delay, let's start the explanation about collective behavior and protest. Lesson explanation. In this unit, we will come to know about the mob, meaning, nature and effects, rights, meaning, nature and effects, different forms of collective behavior, women's movements, farmers, labor and untouchability movement we will come to know in this chapter. So first introduction, man is a social animal. Already we came to know about this one because in a 8th standard we have a lesson, man and society, right? So man is a social animal. This was going to said by the political subject father Aristotle has said this one. Okay, man is a social animal and he is always going to live in a group only and communities and societies only. When people, now come to the meaning of collective behavior. When people gather in a groups, they behave differently compared to when they are alone. This thing only going to call it as what? This phenomenon only going to call it as what? Collective behavior. Understood my point? When people are going to gather in a groups, they behave differently. Means how the people, means in a group, how the people are going to behave, like that he will also going to behave. But when he is alone, he will going to behave differently. Understanding my point? This phenomenon only going to call it as what? Collective behavior. Collective behavior is an integral part of social life and it includes these things: mobs, rumors, propaganda, public opinion, revolutions, social movements. Understanding my point? So now come to the rumors, public opinion, propaganda, revolutions, social movements also. Come to the what's the mob? In this picture you can see that. Okay, mob it is here to the picture. Okay, through this one you can come to know. So what they explain the pictures. So now come to the meaning of mob behavior. A mob is an temporary assembly of people gathered around a common interest without prior planning, means without pre-planning. There is no pre-planning it is. While they are going, maybe they may be gathered over there, but temporary assembly it is. Okay, for the common interest. Understanding my point? For example, crowds near an accident spot here, nearby the accident spot. Okay, maybe yeah, people at the theater ticket counter here. Understanding my point? Now come to the characteristics of the mob. Easily they can influenced by the mutual feelings, display the suppressed emotions. It can turn into the violent in certain conditions. Okay, mob can change means convert into the violent also after, means under certain conditions. Okay, now come to the next. Influence of mob reveals social shortcomings and public frustrations, reflects the dissatisfaction with the government or social systems, can accelerate to require to stop this one. We needed police security or military interventions, means they are needed. Okay, now come to the next. Means some below pictures they can say it. One side it is what they are peacefully they are going to protesting, but another side it is hitting each other, right? They are fighting physically. Okay, this is the, so what they will come here. It will means second concept of collective behavior is rights. Definition is what? Violent and destructive mob behavior. It is destructive means damaging. Okay, so what are the nature? Lack of unity among the participants, aimless destruction of the property and life, means aimlessly sometimes they are going to destruction, means they are going to damage the public property and life also, and creates a large scale means impact on the people. Okay, examples: communal fights, rights, a group clashes between the students maybe nowadays, between the maybe community maybe, caste maybe. Okay, now move to the next one. Causes. One is provocation by the speech. Some people are going to provoke the people. Okay, especially the religious leaders and the political leaders, they are going to provoking the people. Uncontrolled emotions sometimes, criminal intent and rightness mindset also, these are the causes. How to control? Law enforcement, presence of mind of the officials, and the and timely actions taken by the officers. Okay, now come to the next picture, means how to control. Here it is. Okay, now come to the next, collective behavior and movements. When organized towards a specific goal with the aim of social change, collective behavior becomes a movement. Protest. A protest. Okay. Types of the movements are environmental, women's, farmers, labor, anti-untouchability. So one by one we will come to know. First is environmental movements, then women's, then farmers, then labor, then come to the anti-untouchabilities. Okay, now come to the first. What is that? Environmental pollution. First one. Okay, first is environmental pollution. So causes are rapid industrialization, urban growth. Okay, urban growth. Okay, then population pressure and misuse of natural resources. This will going to cause for the air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. Okay, now come to the examples of the environmental pollution means movements are like that. First one is Chipiko movement, 1973. Tehri Garwal Ghar Wall, district of the Uttarakhand, and villagers they have hugged the trees to prevent the deforestation. And this was going to led by the Sundarlal Bahugun and the Chandi Prasad Bhatt. So please remember their names. Okay, now move to the next one, which was started in means which was done in Karnataka also, that is Appiko movement, 1983. Uttar Kannada district which was going to took place of the Karnataka. Farmers hug the tree to stop the smuggling and the create the awareness among the common people. Then Narmada Bachao Andolan, to means when the government was going to plan to construct the dam across the river Narmada, that time it was going to started. Against what? The construction of the Sardar Sarovar dam in the Gujarat. Leaders are Meda Patkar and Baba Amte. Here they are leaders. Okay, next. Concerns are displacement, deforestation, loss of biodiversity. Because of this thing, these are the causes to start the Narmada Bachao Andolan. Next, it is Silent Valley movement. It was in a Kerala, Silent Valley place. It is there in a Kerala. Here it is. Okay, here it is the Kerala in India. Okay, and this part we are going to call it as a Silent Valley. They want to construct the dam here also. It opposed the dam project in the Falghat of the Kerala, protected the rich biodiversity. Because of this thing it was started. Next it is anti-MRPL protest of the Mangaluru. Means what it means? M means Mangaluru, R means refinery, P means petrochemical limited. So to against this one we have started the movement that is called the anti-MRPL protest. Okay, against environmental pollution from the oil refineries. Then next it is Kaiga nuclear plant project protest in Karnataka, led by the Dr. Sivaram Karanth. It was led by the Dr. Sivaram Karanth. Okay, next, opposed to the nuclear plant due to the forest destructions and the radiation threats. Okay, now move to the next one. About it is women's movement. Purpose of this one to start the women movements are fight against the oppression in male dominated society, Okay, examples: alcohol prohibition movement. Women led the protest against the alcoholism, which caused poverty and domestic sufferings. Okay, next, women's movements. Self-help groups based on trust and the cooperation empower women socially and economically. Examples: Stri Shakti Yojana in Karnataka, Shri Project Dharmasthala, Karnataka, empowered women to produce and sell the goods, enhancing rural economy also. Farmers movements. Third one is farmers movement. Reasons are economic crisis, refusal to the pay taxes, and oppression by the landlords. Okay. Key developments: Devraj Arrest 1972 abolished the bonded labor. Bonded labor means what? Jeetadalu Paddhati. Jeetadalu. Okay. And freed tenants from the landlord. Tenant means those got a loan from the landlords. Okay, next it is what? Farmers movement in that. Nargund rebellion of the 1980 against the government oppression. Leaders are Professor M.D. Nanjunde Swami and formation of the Karnataka State Farmers Association. Farmers continue organized democratic protests for the rural rights. Now come to the fourth one, it is labor's protest. Definition are like that: movements led by the labor unions to protect the workers' dignity, rights, and the welfare. Causes for this one is what? Capitalist exploitation, poor working conditions. These are the main causes for the labor movement. Present labor unions still active in securing fair wages, rights, and social security. Anti-untouchability movement, causes for the discrimination and the oppression of the under caste hierarchies. Leaders are like that: Jyotirao Phule, Jyotiba Phule also, of the Maharashtra of 19th century. He is a pioneer of the Dalit upliftment. E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar or Periyar of the Tamil Nadu. By 1925, he has started the movement. Name is called self-respect movement. Self-respect movement started by the Periyar. Okay. Then next, here come to the next one is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar led the intense campaigns for the Dalits and women's rights, published the Mookanayaka, Fight for the Equality. Okay, he fought for equality. Mahatma Gandhi worked against the untouchability as a social reforms. Present ongoing struggles by the organizations to eliminate caste-based discrimination in society. Okay, here it is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's. Okay, conclusion are collective behavior, spontaneous, unorganized, mobs, rights, movements, organized, goal oriented, environmental, women, farmers, labor, and anti-untouchabilities. These protests highlight the social issues, environmental concerns, and rights struggles, pushing governments and societies towards reforms and the justice. I hope, my dear, you understood the explanation related to the collective behavior and protest. If you have any doubt, any suggestion, then please comment and like the video, subscribe the channel, and press the bell icon to get the new updates from our site, and share this video among your friends. Thank you so much for watching this video, my dear. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.